Hey guys, this is Tasha. I'm the founder of Talk to Tasha. I'd like to say welcome, welcome, welcome as I am getting acquainted to YouTube. I am a social worker and I dodge that demanding career. So this space is for social workers who are overextended. And so part of my work with Talk to Tasha is to help social workers overcome fear, build confidence so we can build your cash flow. If you are one that's at the office right now, you got a unsurmountable about amount of cases. There's more demands on you during COVID, but there's no demand in your pay. You probably have topped out in your salary. If you haven't, when you're looking at the salary charts, they look pretty depressing. And so when you start looking at your student loans and the different obligations that you have just to run your household, it can get quite depressing. Yet you are called to serve those who's depressed, impoverished, and all those different things. So my question is, who encourages the social worker that's supposed to have the superwoman cape on 24/7? And then when you do leave the job, let's be real. Your superwoman cape is still on because you got to have a second wind or a second set of demands at the house. And if you got little ones, God forbid, what's going on with this online schooling, which is a hot mess. So this is what we do. We sit down, we get you to unplug in a self-care type of way and just to lay all your cards down. And so if you are coming up on this channel, it's no accident. If you are questioning whether or not you majored in the right major, you enjoy serving people, you enjoy empowering people, you enjoy seeing people change their lives. And that is so fulfilling for most social workers. That's why we get into the field. But the question becomes, how do you balance having this desire for other people's lives to flourish when yours is drowning? If you can relate to that, comment below. That's me. And so what we want to do is, in the midst of saving the world, we have to reflect back and say, somebody got to pull our social workers up out of this. And so if you are a committed person to many other things outside of yourself and you need that level of accountability, to start looking internally within yourself. Look around that cubicle that you're in. Look around that office. You know, do you see yourself there another 24 months, 12 months, 36 months, 48 months, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And if that's your goal, then make sure that you are doing things strategically that is fulfilling for you. If not, you're going to be going to work with an attitude. You're going to be going to work with bitterness. You're going to be going to work with your fire blown out. Many of us have gone through the ups and downs of, not really having a fire anymore to serve people. You can't stand when your family members come to you with drama because you got enough drama at work. And so my question to you is, we have got to dig down in that level of confidence that we tell our clients to employ, right? Because in order to have behavior change, we know that some level of our comfortability needs to be stretched. And so it's quite easy for us to tell clients to go out and be uncomfortable, to do something outside the norm. But when we look at our own lives, we're not even willing to do it. So my question to you as you're watching this video, ask yourself, what am I willing to do right now to get a different result in my life? You've gone to class, night school, day school, Saturday school, and did research paper, thesis, and projects and internships, outturnships, and all those different things. But if you are at a space in your life that you can be super honest, that you don't have enough money to even just pay your student loans, you have been in forbearance for years and years and years, and really don't have a clear path on how you're going to tackle that one debt. And we're not going to even talk about your day-to-day expenses that you have to keep your lights on, to keep your bills paid. For some of you that desire to buy a home and you haven't been able to obtain home ownership, for example, just because you're bogged down with bills, how is that fair to you to be everything to the external world and internally you have this stuff going on? I know you glad I'm here. I know I didn't get this revelation until I was sick, laid up in the hospital. And once I came out with a clear vision. Who is going to serve those social workers out there that feel like they just want to take a one-way ticket to nowhere land and give this whole career up, give this whole family wifey thing up for some of y'all that's booed up? Okay, and I'm over here with my little glass of water trying to get this down, and I can't stand water. That's something that's outside of my comfort zone. So what do I have to do? I have to put it in a cute glass to get me, convince me to go on and sip it. Do what you got to do It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Do something different that's going to amaze yourself. But sitting up in that office, going to these different lunches and potlucks that keep on putting weight on us is not going to be the answer that you need to feel whole and healthy and inspired to, make world change. And I have a back scratcher here, booyah, because I'm out here scratching my back, taking a walk, taking a sip of my water, little segments at a time. And I said, let me just jump on here. The weather is great, the necklace falling apart. It doesn't matter. The point is, show up in a way that honors what you need to experience. Some of you guys, if you're on this big old bandwagon of having perfect attendance, but you're bitter, maybe you should take some days off. And on the days off, don't pack it in with so many things to do at home. Pack it in with some days where you can get intentional about what it is that you want to experience in this thing called life and how you're going to get there. It's the same thing you do with your clients. You do a roadmap. You do a genogram and try to figure out the support systems in their different lives that's going to help them reach an ultimate goal. So my question to you, I was going to say Sister Cornbread because I love cornbread, but Sister Social Worker or Sister Care Bear. I interchangeably call us Care Bears because we are the go-to person for everybody in most walks of our life. We can be completely honest here. But, ask yourself, what does your genogram look like? What does your support system look like? What does those circles of supports, if you will, look like? That's going to hold you accountable to show up for yourself like you do for everyone else. If you don't have that piped down and pipelined and really outlined, that's going to be your homework tonight. I want you to stop the video. Don't mind me killing these little flies. But get yourself a pen and a paper and a notebook. And as I'm putting out these videos, my hope is that you take some of these gold nuggets and really start applying them to your life, because somebody needs to be the social worker to the social worker. Somebody needs to be the therapist to the therapist. Somebody needs to be a teacher to the teacher. You get where I'm going with this? So up until now, and unfortunately, yet fortunately, I didn't get this revelation until I was laid up. And thank God, during my time of being laid up in the hospital, I was able to listen to the whispers of God tell me which way to go in my career. So bingo, I'm here on assignment. So you can tell that I didn't have a choice to leave out of being burnt out, or, I'm mad with the supervisors or the managers. I'm tired of government structures that don't serve people. None of those things played a role. It was just on the inside, because I can say during my journey of 25 years, it was mostly very rewarding. It was mostly very rewarding. Give or take some of the little isms and schisms. That's what happened with a lot of careers, but it was very rewarding. Now, I was fortunate to have, for the most part, some very healthy supervisory mentors and things like that was pushing me to be the best person that I can be. And that speaks to the confidence level of leadership when they are pushing you to be even greater than them. We don't see that a lot in workforce now. A lot of times, you're super creative, you have all these grand ideas, and if it's more than the management that you have, people get intimidated. And so it just kind of kills your creativity. You say, what's the point? Why am I going to put this idea out? Nobody's going to even impose it. And so that's okay. Your creativity maybe not, it's maybe not embraced where you are, but that creativity and that thought and that skill and that idea didn't come to you for a reason. It didn't come to you just because, I want to say. It came for you with the reason. So pardon me, just so scratch that last line. So the vision, the creativity, the ideas, all of those things that's downloaded into you as a creative, it doesn't mean because it's not being supported in your current workspace that it wasn't done in vain. It wasn't given to you in vain. It just means the platform or the area that you're occupying right now won't embrace it for a reason, because there's something bigger in store for you, if that makes sense. So count it all joy, continue to be creative, write those things down, and I want you to write out a map as if you're doing it with your client, and make yourself your own client. How am I going to improve in my confidence so I can see myself outside of this cubicle, outside of this office, outside of this, crazy parking stuff that we go through, parking and walking miles and miles to your office, some of you, the commutes and the different systems that you're clocking into. What am I going to do to build my confidence? What can I do today to build my confidence so that I can increase and build my cash flow? Hence, I can have added peace, quit working myself to death, and live my life like it's golden. So that's your assignment for today. If this was helpful, please put some comments below and let me know other areas that you struggle with and that you want to overcome. And I'll come on here and do some YouTubes. I'll try to make them under 15 minutes because I know people is busy on the go, and I know my social workers are adult ADHD kick in and we can't really focus too long. I'm going to try to mess with podcasts. I've been podcasting as well for you commuters. So as I'm learning this technology, I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. And so I am doing something that I normally don't know how to do. And I'm telling you the same thing. Do something you normally don't know how to do to get a different result that you're normally not used to. So I am preaching to you and at you and with you because I'm in the trenches as well. But if you need any other support, go to talktotasha.com. That's talktotasha.com. There's free resources for you to relax, unplug, so you can get real clear, build your confidence, and build your cash flow. Until then, you guys have a wonderful day.